Hello everybody and welcome back to Confidential, and today we're going to be going over Yellow Alarm Part 2, but this time we're going to be looking at something different to the mods. Instead, we shall be looking at Half-Life 2. Essentially, where did it come from? Why is it so available now, even 20 years after it came out? And why do I love it so much? And why are people making mods of it? There's so many questions. And let's just get into any questions that I have and you may have. This episode starting right now. So, Half-Life 2. Let's get into... What is it? What is Half-Life 2? So, Half-Life 2 is the sequel to Half-Life 1, made in 1998. Half-Life 2 was only created in 2004, alongside the Source engine, which allowed for physics-based stuff and enhanced features like eye tracking, facial expressions, body expressions, all the type of stuff you wouldn't see in the day. And Half-Life 2, as well as Half-Life, both have shown that they're excellent in making something that is actually really cool. Half-Life also show how shooters could also have story to them and can have such interesting features to them. They had stuff where you can actually, they had like skeletal animations that wasn't seen back in 1998. That was like only a dream that a developer would have, and Valve did it in 1998, which really shows how incredible that company is at making unique stuff, and stuff that is so revolutionary to this day. Stuff that honestly people can now do easily nowadays, but back then it was incredibly hard at doing skeletal animations. So we've got to commend them for being an incredible community, incredible company at making some really nice stuff. No, not that game. Get Half-Life Source out of it. No, leave, go. Yeah, essentially, most of the stuff they made, get out. Most of the stuff that they made are pretty good. So yeah, I think they haven't made nearly all bad games. And honestly, I believe that we'd never be here really if Half-Life 2 wasn't received as well. I mean, think about Half-Life 2 as kind of like a catalyst to gaming in general. Essentially started off all these new things. You know, it kicked off the Source engine. What's the Source engine? It's like a coding kind of thing, if you will. But I don't think it actually is, because I actually know what Source engine is. No, if you want a better explanation, it's better to go and look at someone else's thing. But from what I understand, it's an engine you can use to run games. A lot of games that you may have played actually might have run the Source engine. Obviously, Half-Life mods run the Source engine. Who would have guessed? I think there's a few other mods as well, other games that are less known nowadays that do on the Source engine. If you ever played CSGO when it was still available, that ran the Source engine, and now runs the Source 2, which I kind of ripped me getting money off that game. Gary's mod you might have seen me play on this channel before, I think. I've no idea. And that runs the Source engine still, even after, what, like 19 years has been available, 18 years as an adult now, who would have guessed? Honestly, it's still being used today for mods like Entry 02, other mods as well, like Swelter, as I said, that uses the Source mod. You've got stuff like Project Borealis, I think, uses it, Half-Life Escape 2.0, loads of games use it, and it's not just like Half-Life games, loads of games use it. It is very popular. So yeah, it has definitely run out its popularity. What exactly makes Half-Life 2 popular? Or why exactly do I love Half-Life 2 so much though? I mean, it's an old game. As a younger child, I should be interested in Fortnite or Garten of Bam Bam, but instead I'm interested in older games like Half-Life 2. Why? Well, partly my brother to thank as well, who essentially, because he shared his library with me at once when I had access to his library in Steam, he actually showed me some games, primarily Portal 2 and Half-Life 2. Those are I think the first two ever Source games that I ever played. I didn't finish them, but they were the first two ever Source games I ever played. And instantly, those games captured my heart because they were incredible. They were incredible. You couldn't find anything else at the time. I was young, I can't remember how young I was. I don't know, 5 years old, I don't know. Yeah, I was very young at the time, so obviously I didn't understand the revolutionary aspect of it. I just saw that, like, this was a really fun game where I could shoot the bad guys or solve a puzzle. So yeah, I mean, I had my fun with it. Yeah, it was just nothing. There was nothing like it of the time. It was just incredible. And why should you play Half-Life 2 even after 20 years? Why should you play Half-Life 2? Well, apart from it being one of the most influential games of all time, I think if you're looking for an old game that looks semi-realistic, has some really fun combat, a really good story, and really puts your mind to test in solving puzzles, then I think you'll really enjoy the game. It's got definitely a really good story, alongside 2 other episodes as well, alongside also a VR mod as well called Half-Life Alyx. You've got the expansion packs as well as Half-Life. Got Half-Life as well as the expansion packs that they have as well. Loads of stuff of Half-Life related, and Half-Life 2 I think is one of the most popular of all that bunch. It is definitely the most like accessible and incredible games you could ever play. If you even look at Half-Life 2 Steam page and look at some of the stuff, you know, it's got overwhelmingly positive in recent and all reviews, even after all these years. It has got some Steam achievements, so if you're a achievement person, you're definitely going to like this. It is, she said, Half-Life 2 is the landmark first-person shooter that forged the framework for the next generation of games from PC Gamer. Do you remember PC Gamer? I think it's still around now. But yep, they literally said that. They said that Half-Life 2 is the next gen of gaming. In 2004, by the way, which really puts you in perspective of how, wow. So yeah, essentially, wow, okay, that's a lot to take in though, to be fair. But yeah, essentially this is Half-Life 2. This was one of the most revolutionary games of the time. It is incredible. So yes, please, if you have the money, how much is it? I can't remember. I own the game, I think, so I can't even check. Oh no, it is £9 right now, and that's not on sale, by the way. So on sale, it can be even lower. I recommend you buy it. It's an affordable price for how incredible the game it is, and honestly, it's just incredible. So yeah, I do recommend you really play it, and yeah, if you have the time, just play it. It's incredible. So yeah, honestly, it's one of the games of all time. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to me ramble on about a game I really like. Next episode, we'll be going over, I think, the other things I mentioned as well, like the Half-Life expansion packs, and also the Half-Life episodes, and talking about essentially where they came from. We're going to talk about Half-Life in a sense of how did it become Half-Life 2 and how was it made. Talk about expansion packs in a sense of how Half-Life essentially duplicated itself into different expansion packs that were even more great than Half-Life, more or less. And also we're going to talk about how Half-Life 2 came from Half-Life 1, and even a little new thing as well. So, we'll talk about that and more in the next confidential episode. Have a great one, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Keep confidentially. No, don't say that. That sounds stupid.